Wait, Asman got more.
I think a lot of people were glad that I said this, right? I mean, like there were a lot. Like I've been seeing this post go all around social media a lot, and this.
Asmongold was feeling extra spicy today when talking about parents of trans children. Every trans kid is actually a victim of a parent with a mental illness. I fucking absolutely agree with this. If you have a kid that's like pre-puberty and they're trans, your parents have a mental illness. I 100% second this, and it's so fucking wild to see the lunatics lose their shit over it, because it's literally a base statement. It's a standard statement. You know, you've got psychos like what's her name, Megan Fox, which I didn't know. I recently found this out. She's actually a psycho. She's got 3 boys. She's got 3 boys, children. But since they were little, she's been dressing them up as girls. And so now, as they've grown, they believe they're actually girls, but they're actually 3 biological boys. So you know, that's a big issue, man. And what Asman says here, every trans kid is actually a victim of a parent with mental illness. If you have a kid that's pre-puberty and they're trans, your parents have a mental illness. This is 100% true. Yeah, drug dealing sucks in real life. So I've heard. Yeah, allegedly. You know, allegedly. I don't know nothing about it.
This is what I said.
But on schedule, I can tell you how you grow a certain plant. We can mix it with this. We can crop it like that. We can go meet Terry over there, dot it off, bit of Jesse, dotting it off. You know what I mean? Get a bit of money.
You can be groomed for sure. No,
cash,
and that's a good
only.
point, right? Is that like that's why I
No
said
bank
as an
transfer.
adult is because like if you're a kid and like you get fed a lot of propaganda and like messaging, like
Yeah.
I feel like every trans kid is actually a victim of a parent with a mental illness.
I 100% agree with that. I second that. And fight me.
Yeah, that's what I believe.
Fight me.
And so,
innit?
like,
Fuck it.
I really,
Fight me.
and this, you got a kid that's like 17, right? I mean, it's a little
Yeah.
bit more, you know, it's like not really as definitive. But like, if you have a
Yeah.
kid that's like pre-puberty and they're trans,
Yeah, I think that's 100%. If they're 17, 18, then I mean, they can decide. But if it's a kid who's pre-puberty and you said to them that they're trans, no, you got the mental illness as a parent, and it's not on the kid. It's not on the kid, bro. It's not on the kid. These are the sort of people that are fighting to have drag shows performed in front of your kids. No, not mine. Fuck that. Fighting to have, 40-year-old men dressed as women to perform a show which is tinged with sexuality in front of your children. No. Causing confusion in the eyes of kids. No, thank you. Especially when it's young boys. They get utter confusion when they say, that's a man, but it's dressed as a woman, but they're telling me it's a woman, so that's the woman I like. No, you cause an utter confusion in the mind of the child, and then what that's going to do is going to make a weak society for the future. Obviously, this is a great plan for them, but I urge you got to stay strong, like, don't... Yeah, man, disagree with all of this shit. And ultimately, I swear to God, they're groomers. That's what I say. I say a lot of the people in that LGBTQ community, the drag law, they're actually groomers, man. They're PDF files hiding under the banner of LGBTQ. Apparently, LGBTQ is so accepting. So they're accepting MAPs, minor attracted persons and all of that. And that's the sort of stuff that no one wants to be dealing with. Your average person, your normal person. When I say normal, I mean heterosexual, the traditional values of man and wife and children, the home, them values there. The values of fucking humanity. The majority of people that are like that, I would say everyone that is normal, which is 98+% of the world, they'll be looking at stuff what the LGBTQ are doing and going, no, this is wrong. They'll be looking and going, no, why are you trying to sexualize the children? Why are you bringing this adult content to the eyes of children? You got pornographic graphic novels for kids. That's sickening. You know what I mean? That's really fucking sickening. I mean, for me, I see that there's something suspicious in that crew over there. So what I do is I urge my peoples to stay away from them. And when you see them, just keep them at a distance. Keep them at a distance and keep it moving. Don't even talk to them because they'd fucking drag you in there. Yo, what's going on, Joe? How's it going, brother?
your parents have a mental illness. And this is something that a lot of people need to hear. It is. It's something a lot of people need.
It's like that little kid. Did you see that little kid? There was a video of this little kid. Is like, I think it's like a live stream. His mum's there, clearly a LGBTQ, fucking advocate. One of her sons has got like purple hair. He's a bit older, say about 13. So he's aware of the bullshit that she's doing, but he's keeping his mouth shut. And he's got a little brother, right? And this little brother goes, yeah, and he's talking on stream uncensored. And the purple-haired brother tries to quieten him because he knows he's about to say something. But the kid's like, yeah, I like the LGBTQ stuff, but my mum will support me even if I'm with it or not, but she will try to make me part of it. And the mum's like, what? Like, as if that weren't part of the script. And he's like, yeah, you would urge me to be part of this society, even though I don't identify with it. You will still continue to urge me to, because your mum has actually got a mental illness, and she doesn't. She's got a detachment between her physical biology and her mental biology, right? So she's fucked up, and now she's passing on that fucked up shit onto her kids, and the younger son is actually becoming aware of it. So when I see stuff like that, I laugh, and then at the end I cry, because it's like, fuck it hell, that kid's got to deal with that. He's got to pretend to be gay or pretend to be LGBTQ, whatever the fuck that is, just to please his mum. It's a sickness. It's a sickness of the fucking mind. I totally agree with it. I agree.
You're in school? Yeah, no.
I'm good, my brother. How you doing? I hope you're well, my G. How's the kids? I hope everyone's well, cousin. I appreciate you for popping in.
You're right, and it could also be a school. And it's not always the parents. Sometimes it's a school too. But there's an adult with a mental illness in your life. That's a great point.
Facts.
A lot of people were posting this trying to.
Yeah, because I mean, you got a sickness where you got teachers going. You could tell me and don't tell your parents. Confide in me, but don't tell your parents. To the point where they can even reprimand the parents. Huh? Oh hell no! This is not what we signed up for, bitch. Revolution.
Act like, oh wow, like, we're gonna try to get him in trouble for this shit. Like, I'm sorry, but this is
the UK sucks ass, bro. Big facts.
It's like a 90-10 issue. This is like beyond even 80-20. Like, everybody fucking thinks this. The only reason that nobody
98%. I would push it to the level of 99.9% of the people would agree with this fucking statement. It's only that 0.1% who are actually the sickos, the psychos, the groomers that would be, vehemently against it. It's because you're taking away their joy. You're taking away their grooming opportunities. Bro, take it as you will. Everyone's entitled to opinion, and that's mine. I think the LGBTQ community is harboring PDF files, child groomers, MAPs. It's harboring all of that. Fight me if you disagree. It's all right. I don't mind.
Saying it is because people are afraid of saying it. The fact is, like, I don't really give a shit because, like, I mean, fuck, like, I people hate me all the time.
Well, people are pussies. That's the thing. That's why I've been commending Asman for a while now since I started watching him. I realised he got rid of that filter, and that's good. I've noticed a lot. Even Charlie and loads that I used to watch, they've got a filter and they've got a leash on their neck, and that leash gets yanked every now and then. But with Asman, so far, I've seen he is leashless. He hasn't got a leash. You know what I mean? You can't say they're psycho. They have rights. They're not well. We should watch out for them and adhere to their wants and do as they say. But I say, fuck them. Exactly. But that's what they would like. They would like us to go, oh, all right, here, have our children. Here, have the children. We're coming for your kids. They literally got a chant that says that. They're groomers.
I'm right. So, like,
they're groomers that are fighting and advocating for drag shows to be performed in front of your children. They're groomers, man. I mean, back. If you got blue hair, you have been advocating for groomers. How? Don't you feel ashamed?
There's nothing to lose. But the fact is that it's a 99-1. It's an extreme situation. And especially, like, we're talking about, like, I said, like, pre-puberty. And this is really the logic, right? Is that... So pretty much you have like the idea of being trans is tied to gender roles, but when you don't even understand what your own gender role is because it doesn't exist.
Yeah, so there we have we're at impasse. We're at a fucking crossroad. Then you don't know what yours is, so how dare you utter? Even though they're your kids, cool, granted, whatever. But how dare you even utter when you don't even know yourself? What sort of parent is that? That spells doom for the fucking kids. Good luck to them kids.
because you're pre-puberty and you haven't even, you know, gone through any sort of like sexual development at all. How could you know that you don't have? How could you know that this is not correlated to what you want?
Exactly.
Well, guess what? The reason why is because you have an adult whispering in your ear telling you it's not.
Yeah, exactly. And that adult needs to be analysed, because that adult is not, is clearly not in their right mind. Also, another fucking take that I have with the LGBTQ community is these people actually have got deep-seated problems. Deep-seated problems which they've continued to bury and pile on stuff on top of it. Like, Democrats, so that wherever they're in a problem is, they'll pile it on with, we're Democrats, we're for the left, Kamala Harris, gay rights, you know, they'll hide under that guise, when that will never be fulfilling, because once that guise goes down and then that true problem begins to reveal itself, you're going to pile on another pile of shit. Eventually, that brick wall is going to get hit and you're going to have to face that demon that you have inside. Like they say, the chickens always come home to roost. They will always come home to roost, so you can't. If you have a problem, you must face it. Face it and deal with it there and then, as soon as you fucking see it and you recognize the problem within yourself. Deal it. Go find the help. There's specialists out here. There's specialists out there that have studied for years to help you with your mental journey. Don't harbor it, keep it inside, and then affect everyone around you. You become then a cancer. You actually are a cancer in society. You're a detriment. You're like an issue. You need to get the fuck out of it, because you're fucking everything up. Like, I don't see how people are not able to get that in their mind and go, yeah, let me go and seek the help. Instead of demanding to see yourself in every facet of society, instead of demanding that, instead of demanding for the world to be padded, cushioned for your mentally ill self, no, that's not what we're gonna do. This is reality, bitch, and you are living in a alternate reality, which is not the reality. You must go into this special room and speak to this special person who's gonna help you on your special fucking journey. We ain't gonna alter the whole fucking world so it fits for your fucking... No, bro, that's never been the way, and that will never be the way. You can continue fighting for it as much as you want, and it might seem like DEI is gonna be the way, but you can see them backpedaling on DEI now. They're going, prove to me. And I've said it so many times, and I'll sit here and I'll be waiting for someone to change my mind. Prove to me where DEI has made games more successful or more fun. Prove to me. Prove to me in any case where diversity, equality, and what is it? Diversity, equality, and inclusion. Diversity, equality, and inclusion. Provide me evidence where diversity, equality, and inclusion has improved the game. It hasn't. I'll cut you short. I'll let you know right now. Spoiler alert. There hasn't been. And shall I tell you another spoiler alert? There's always been diversity in gaming, you son of a bitch. There's always been fucking diversity in gaming, you son of a whore. There's always been. Instead, it's these racist people, have gone into the offices of Ubisoft. They've gone into the offices of whatever company, and they've gone in there and they've looked. Yeah, and with their racist mind, I've spoke about this before, they've looked with their racist mind and they've gone, oh no, there's too many white people in the office. There's too many white people in here. The problem is not with the white people who, mind you, studied for this, they've got a passion for gaming, and they literally live and breathe making games, making great stories. This is what they decided to do in their life. This is their joy. So you've got a room full of these sort of people, and yet you have overlooked everything else, and you've chose to focus on their skin color, and you've said there's too many white people in the gaming industry, we must diversify it. You're the one with the issue, not anyone else. Look at the stats. Just look at the stats. These people are fucking actually sick. Prove to me where diversity in any gaming, in any entertainment, I'll push it even further. Prove to me where diversity in entertainment has made entertainment even better. It hasn't. It's actually pulled it back. This forced diversity has pulled back the entertainment factor. Look at the movies. They're failing. There's only select shows that are working. Most of the shit is shit. Everything is shit on TV. Majority of games are shit because of this DI woke mind virus. That's what it is. And then what will happen is, because people, in the end of the day, when they study a thing and they look, they come to the conclusion of going back to the marketplace, what I was saying earlier. They go back to the simple conclusion of, is it good? Is it bad? This is what the people are ultimately going to do. And now we're in a phase of discovering that DEI was in fact a bad thing. So we're going to backpedal. It's not a biggie. It's just a shame that we went through it. That we had to go through it. I've been ranting, bro. Sorry. Joe says, Might as well put him next to Andrew fucking Tate and the rest of the elites. I think he'd be better off with that corrupt. Hey, where's Epstein at? Yeah. I'll end my kids to home. What? You send your kids home? Gotta be better for them, right? Yeah, school teach. Just shoot them all. That's it. Deadly comment, that one. I won't read that one. The one above. All gamers are shite at the root. All games are shit at the root. You can't make these games good. Yeah, that's the sad thing with that. It's a fundamental issue. Like Assassin's Creed, a fundamental issue of it is it suffers with a case of I'm very mid. That's what I've seen. I've not forked the fucking, I don't know how much, I need a mortgage to buy that game, innit? Or 150 quid, fuck knows. But I haven't bought that game. I've been watching from afar with a barge pole and binoculars. But from what I see, the game seems very mid. And just play Ghost of Tsushima. If you fancy that sort of vibe, just play Ghost of Tsushima and wait for the new Ghost to come out. Don't fucking bother with Assassin's Creed. You've got a black geezer running around in ancient... It doesn't fucking make sense. You're taking the piss out of the Japanese, actually. So, yeah.
And that's really the reason. Trans is not the same as attraction. No, but in order to understand gender roles, you have to understand what gender is. And do kids understand that? No, they don't. So how could they understand that they're not
bullying?
A gender?
You just got to bring back bullying. You just got to sort of bring back bullying, because bullying is it's important. Bullying is important to the development of a human being. Because if a human being is inherently doing something that's wrong, yeah, a human being is doing something wrong, it needs other humans to come and go, yo, what the fuck are you doing? That's not how you do it. You do it like this. Ridicule is what you will receive until you realize, oh yeah, you walk forward, not backwards. You sit down like this, not on your belly. You got to discover these things. And through this bullying, soft bullying, that word has become very evil now, but all right, sort of soft bullying, sort of, yeah, it's very much needed in society. You can see loads of these kids have not been beaten at home. Like, their parents didn't teach them a lesson by fucking giving them a licking when they done something that they shouldn't. Their parents have said, oh, could you please stop that? And they've said to their parents, fuck off, mum, I'm going to go home, I'm going to go into my room now and play Fortnite. You're a cunt. And call me when my dinner's ready, all right, you slave? And then they shut the door. And mum's like, all right, love. That's that society. If it was my time, and our time, and I said that to my mum, R.I.P. R.I.P. There used to be a guy called Ibbs and all of that. He's dead now. His mum murdered him. Yeah. No, she didn't murder him. She killed him and he deserved it. Great. Spit on his grave. Why? Called his mum a cunt. Yeah, good, he's a cunt. Yeah, no way. You could not even think of doing something like that. But nowadays they got TikTok like that. Mum, I'm going to be a TikTok millionaire. Look at me. Nah, mate. Nah, you ain't going to be fuck all. I'll tell you that right now.
They don't even have a full understanding on what gender is. How does that work?
We do trolling on an educational level, believe you me.
Wait a minute. I know how it works. It's because they're getting fed weird shit by adults. That's the reason why. That's how...
Facts, bro. Mum's favourite words to me was, I brought you into this world, I can take you out of it. Go on. Fucking carry on then, you cunt. And then like this. Like, go on, carry on. And then like... Go on, it's just there. Go on. I brought you in this fucking world. I can take... What is there? Go on. Yeah, you'd be a fucking brave guy if you went and picked that up or done whatever she's pointing at while she's sitting there like that. You would be the bravest. I would give you my shirt off my back if you would have done that. Not a single human would have done that the moment that she's sitting there going, go on, do it. Now you go, nah, actually, I don't want to do that, mum. I'm all right. I'm going to my room to have a wank.
It is. Most adults anymore. Yeah, you seen the Fleek video? I'm going to watch it later on. I haven't gotten around to it, but we're going to watch it. Don't worry about it.
Not brave, stupid for real. Trust me.
Leave the kids alone. I know. It's crazy.
Leave them kids
like people
alone.
Who want to groom kids will try to put themselves around kids. It almost is.
Yeah, this is what I was saying earlier with the suspicion of the LGBTQ community. They want to be around kids a lot. It's very groomy, in my opinion. That's literally the actions of a groomer, how groomers move and how they act. They always want to be in a position where they're always around kids. Touchy-feely. Get off me, don't touch me. You fucking fuck.
I don't really.
You're becoming like a scourge in society. People are becoming to be annoyed. They're becoming to be annoyed at you people. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I did say you people. Yeah, yeah, I did. Do whatever you want about it. Do whatever you want about it. I won't be surprised if police won't break in my door because I've done hate speech or some shit. Yeah, that's incoming. I don't give a fuck though, honestly, because we got to be able to say what we want to say without no filters, without walking on eggshells. Like, and that's what I say. I say the LGBTQ community is harboring a lot of MAPs, PDF files. They always want to be after your kids. They always want to. They're always advocating for this shit to fuck up the kids. Puberty blockers, chemically castration. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. You can fuck off and you do that in your little corner, but don't advocate for the society to do that. Now, you do it in your family. You do it with your family and your kids. You do it over there. Don't advocate for it to be the norm in society because it's not. What will happen there is you're going to get a pushback. And don't cry when you get pushback. Don't cry. Don't say, oh, we're outnumbered. Oh, you're clearly outnumbered. This is the 99%. You're going to get crushed. Don't keep doing that. Stop it. We're telling you, stop it.
Make that correlation. And the funny thing is that people said that what I said was transphobic. Do you know what? You don't know the real people that I think are transphobic are the ones pushing this stuff. Because this is the kind of stuff that's going to alienate average people against trans people.
100%. 100%. This is what I just said that. I just said that.
People that just want to live their lives as adults as the other gender. This is the kind of stuff that radicalizes people. So
I asked to go to my room at that point. I'm gonna go to my. Is it alright if I go to my room now? Is it alright if I go to my room and be grounded? Mum, is it alright if you ground me, please?
In fact, in a lot of ways, by me saying
I'm not even hungry, Mum. Just leave dinner out. Skip me out on dinner, Mum.
This, I'm actually trying to help trans people and say, listen, this is not something that people want. This is not something people believe in.
No one wants that.
Stop trying to get behind this cause and stop pushing this, because if you do...
The thing is, look, us the people are actually so great, bro. If you really look at it, yeah, us the people are so great and very tolerable. Be gay. Be gay. And be happy, and you have our blessing. You want to marry? Get married. That's cool. You have our blessing. I don't mind. You like man, you like woman, you identify as a rock. I don't mind. I still accept you as another fellow human. Look how nice we are. That's not enough. That's not enough for them. That's not enough. I saw a great little meme the other day. In the year 2000, on the year 1990. Gays saying, I'm gay, just accept me as I am. The people said, I don't care, cool. It doesn't bother me, cool. We accept you. Yay, I'm gay and I'm happy. Nowadays, you got people going, I'm transphobic. The people are still saying what they said with the gays. Are going, cool, I don't care. Do your thing. Enjoy it. Doesn't bother me. The trans are going, oh, you transphobic. Well, what do you want me to do? Suck your dick for you? What do you want me to do? Throw a party. You've got Gay Pride Day for a year now. What more do you want? Where's the Straight Pride Day? You got to be coming and kiss my hand because I'm providing you with more gays. They don't know this. Come and kiss the straight people's hands, kiss our foreheads, and bow before us because we're providing you with more gays. Without us, there'll be no gays. We are the fathers. Remember that. Show respect where respect is due. Where's the Straight Pride Day? The providers of humans. Where's that day?
You're going to ruin the whole thing.
See it, do ya?
And that's what's already happening. It's a soapboxing. It is. And, I view myself as an inoculation. Like people hear a little bit of something they don't like, and hopefully they're going to be better off in the long term because of it. But the fact is that, this is a losing proposition. It's a losing argument. People don't agree with this. Most people think it's gross. And honestly, if you go and you do this, you're going to have a lot of problems with a lot of people. All transphobes will be banned. No transphobes will be unbanned. They did this on an anonymous account because they didn't want to get held accountable for which individual person did it. And that's number one. Number two, I'm here that I should soapbox a little on my personal...
It's the proper way of the fucking coward. Look how they are. Look, they're proper way of a coward.
Pet peeve is the performative ally, someone who wants the medal, someone who wants to be called tolerant but refuses to do the work. You're talking about people that refuse to do the work? You're moderating a subreddit. How can you even say this?
How can you even utter
Like,
that?
you want to
Yeah.
talk about performative ally, and you're talking down on people as a moderator for a subreddit? Are you kidding me? What the fuck?
You're the wrong person to even utter. Don't speak. You can't make it up. This shit's comedy. Genocidal comments. What the fuck? Broski, it's all snowflakes, cousin. It's all snowflakes and Karens. This is the doom of today's society. I swear to God. I've realized it. I clocked it. I've realized. Look at my mouth. Look. I realized it. I clocked it. I clocked it. It's Karens and snowflakes, bro. Damn.
What are you talking about?
That's
Look in the goddamn mirror. This is amazing. We shouldn't let medical professionals decide what children are allowed to get. That decision is up to layman bigot.
We shouldn't let them. Huh?
I love this. Someone who wants to be as nice of a person, but who still wants to make that genocidal comment about how there are no trans. It's a genocide.
Look at the fucking words that they use. Look at way of the fucking cow words. Genocidal comment about there are no trans kids, or how we shouldn't let medical professionals decide what treatment. Bro, it's always the medical professionals. Bro, do not. We've agreed as society that 18 is the number, right? Some places it's 21, but we've agreed 18 is the number. Your kid ain't gonna go out and get a tattoo because we agreed 18 is the number. He ain't gonna go to the bar, nor is he gonna go fucking get cigarettes, is he? We agreed 18 is the number. So that's the number as well. It includes life-changing things like changing your gender. You can't be reversed. Fucking thickos. No, you can get that as a kid though. You can't buy crack, you can't get a tattoo, you basically can't do nothing, you can't drive, you can't do nothing as a kid. But you can change your gender. You know, the one that's most important in your life. The decision that can't be turned back. The chemicals that are affected in your brain because you are not even fully developed yet. And then they say genocidal comment. Projectors. I've figured them all out. I've fucking completed them. I've completed them. Next.
Comment that there are no trans kids.
Change my mind. I'm up for a discourse. Change my mind, please. Sit down and change my mind. They can't sit down and talk. Shall I tell you why? Because they have deep-seated problems. And with me uttering these words, or people like Asman and everyone else with a fucking brain uttering these words to them, it reminds them of that inner problem that they have. And they don't want to be reminded of that inner problem that they have. Whatever it may be, everyone has problems. But they're not facing them. This is the difference. They're not facing their problems head on and conquering them, becoming a better person because of that problem. No, they've decided that this problem is the final boss. That's how weak they are. That's how small and minute they think of themselves. They are so weak that they've given up. They've hit that wall. The first wall, by the way, it's level 1 wall. Level 1. The first wall. This is how piece of shit these people are. Well, anyway, the only thing I can say from where I'm sitting is go and seek the help you desperately need. Go and seek the help you evidently need. You evidently need this help. We can see from as far as I am with my binoculars, I can see that you need this help. Go and seek it. No one's going to come provide you with stuff. No one's going to come and provide you with anything. You must go and get it, motherfucker. Go and get it, and it's all out there for you to get. It's all out there for you to get. I don't get why they continue it. Either way, the chickens will come home to roost, motherfucker. And when them chickens come home to roost, you will have to face yourself. You will have to face that fucking demon that you've been keeping inside. In fact, feeding. Without you even knowing, you're feeding that demon. That demon's gonna fucking burst out of you one day. And on that day, you know, I pray that everyone around you is safe. I pray, you know, anyone who's vulnerable is away from you at that point, because you are a ticking fucking time bomb. You're a ticking fucking time bomb. Please look within yourself. Look in the mirror. And the number one step to being truly aware as a human being is being honest. It's being honest. You have to be honest with yourself. Yeah, I appreciate you for popping in. Little scam live. I appreciate you for popping in. But yeah, you have to be honest with yourself, like brutally honest. and then begin to apply that honesty to society and everything that's around you. Don't lie to please. Don't lie to yourself. The worst is to lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Be honest to yourself and like treat yourself brilliantly. Treat yourself the best. Trust me, these are the keys. I'm giving you the gems. But you know, sometimes you can tell a pig, you can show a pig the value of a diamond. You could try explain to a pig how valuable this diamond is that you're about to give them. And that pig will listen. The moment you give him the diamond, the pig will kick it away and continue eating his shit. Sometimes you've got to save your breath and run.
Bro, 10 years from now, genocide is going to be getting the wrong food whenever you get a fucking order at McDonald's.
It's lost all meaning. He's right.
God, bro.
Yo, they genocided me, man. What happened? McDonald's forgot my Coke. Ah, oh, damn, bro. Let's tweet it. Get the fuck out of here, you little soft fucking snowflake. That would fizzle just at my sight. I would look at it and that snowflake will turn into water. Get the fuck out of it.
They are water.
We need strength in today's society. We need unity, power in unity and community, not dispersed losers that don't even know. I don't know what a woman is. No, that's playing into their hands, whoever they might be. Good luck to ya, you fucker.
Watering this shit down so hard. They are watering this down. Like, this is genocidal comment. What are we even talking about? Meaning. Like, this is crazy. How do you
fucking
do this?
Losing all meaning, cousin.
Yes. Oh my God. Genociders in chat. This is crazy. We shouldn't let medical professionals.
Man said genocidal comment. Yeah, you got to call it a day on your perspective of life. You got to call it a day on that. You got to wake up, snap back to reality, smell the hummus that's cooking in the air, and look in the mirror and actually look. Open your eyes and see the eyes that the great Lord gave you. Open them and have a little look. Look in the mirror and observe yourself. See yourself for what you are. You'll thank me later, but truly do it though. Even the demons that you see there, face them and defeat them, because they are only you. They're only facets of you. You fucking demon.
The treatment that children are allowed to get with decisions up to layman bigots. You know what layman bigots is? There's another term for that in this context. It's called the parents. But no, if you post transphobic language, I'll ban you. Because you are worse than an open bigot, you want the accolades. Be very clear. Gender identity develops
Dinner was
throughout
off
the
the
ages
table,
of
yeah,
3 to
Joe.
5.
I feel you. It's
Gender
alright.
identity
You gave in that right from the moment.
It develops between the ages of 3 to 5. Everybody knows that's not true. Yeah, everybody knows that. You can't fully understand what it means to be a male or a female until you are at least a teenager, because you haven't even gone through puberty. I just don't understand how somebody can even say this, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, that comment made me sick.
No, because they've got this weird thing in their head that they believe that gender is a social construct. So they don't, I don't know how the mental gymnastics they've, told themselves to agree with that, but that is not the reality. You're born with a penis or you're born with a vagina. That's it, man. We're going to have to get really, really simple on these stupid people. We're going to have to put, instead of the man's toilet or the woman's toilet, you do a picture of a penis. And then the other one, you do a picture of boobies and a vagina. So what you do is, and then there's a mirror outside the fucking toilets. And it's got instructions. Okay, stand at the mirror. You stand at the mirror. Pull down your trousers. You pull down your trousers. Match your organ with the appropriate organ on the picture. You go, oh look, apparently I've got a penis. I've got to go use that one. That's what we've got to fucking do. That's what we've got to do. Whereas you've got fucking women. This is the most hilarious thing I've ever witnessed. You've got women that are saying out there, they're going, I'd rather choose a bear over a man. You remember that? That was actually hilarious, yeah? That they would rather choose a bear over a man. Cool. Have that bear, it's fine. It will ravish you, it's all right. The men will come and clean the mess after. That's all right, that was your decision. Female rights and all of that, whatever the fuck that is. Anyway, you've got them fighting for, choosing a bear over a man in the forest. All right, that's your choice. But then, hold on. You're actually fighting for a biological man to use your changing room and toilet, the most vulnerable place. But yet you said the man is more worse than the wild feral bear. You would actually choose a wild feral bear over a man. Yeah. I don't... Yeah. You got to go left and then right and upside down fucking inside that, fucking how do you figure that out? You'd rather choose a bear than a man, whereas 95% of men are normal. There's psychos. There is psychos everywhere. But anyway, to avoid that small percentage of it could be a psycho man, you would rather choose a bear to hedge your bets. Great. But then why are you fighting for that same low percentage of him being a psycho? You're fighting for that to be in the toilet, when in fact he is a psycho because he doesn't even identify as a man, he identifies as a woman. Where the fuck are we, bro? Where are we? Stop. Stop, I want to get off this ship. This ship is fucked. The ship is leaking. There's rats all over this. There's fucking... I'm eating cockroaches. I didn't even Stop this ship. I need to get off. I need to piss though. Give me a second.
Well, the reason why is because these people think this is normal. What medical treatment a child can have is between them, the parents, and the medical professionals treating them. No, it's not. It's absolutely not. There are a lot of things that a child can't consent to, even with parental consent, and that's a good thing. Think about how many parents would sign their kids up for disgusting things, but we have laws against it that protect the children because it's for the greater good. And this is also for the betterment of kids in a general state. Thank God for that. We already went through all of this. Like, I just don't understand how, like, somebody can think, like, we can all be on the same page that, like, a kid shouldn't get a tattoo. Like, a kid at 6 years old probably shouldn't get a tattoo. Now, I guarantee you that there are kids that at 6 years old wanted to get a tattoo, and then at 21, they got a tattoo. So they wanted it their whole life, and they got the tattoo. That's right. But that doesn't mean that just because of that, and people giving, like, their opinions on it, doesn't mean you get to go back and do it. Yeah, uranium mines, I know. Why not? Let them drive a car, too. Despite endless lives from turf, puberty blockers are safe, reversible, and have less lasting side effects than giving no treatment would have. How could no treatment have side effects?
Yeah, but look, even of the kids, yeah, so going back to what you're saying, even of the kids that were 6 years old, yeah, that, you know, no doubt, when I was a kid, I said, shit, I want a dragon on my arm, on my eyes. I want a tattoo of a dragon on my eyes. Yeah, all right, cool. I was 6 years old. We agreed that 18 is the number of society to go and do that. Bro, all right, so how much percentage of the kids that you think, yeah, that's out there that were 6 years old, that wanted a tattoo, couldn't get it obviously because they're 6 years old, waited until they were 21, got the tattoo, and then now they regret it? How many percentage do you think that is? I think it would be high. I think it would be high. Yeah? So, and that's just a tattoo. That's a tattoo. Not something as permanent as chemically castrating yourself. You know, bro, I know a couple of girls that have got their tits cut off, yeah? Everyone that I've spoke of, and these two girls that I know personally, they regret it. They regret it. They regret it. It's the biggest regret they have on their life, is that they've cut their tits off. I say go blame the doctor. Go blame the people that were feeding you them earwigs. Go face them, because they're the ones that have now set you on a path which is irreversible now. It's very sad to see. And if you sit there and you actually listen to them talking about it, it'll break your heart. It'll break your heart. Yeah. I'll choose a man over a woman out there any day. Yeah, and then I think the man one was a dog or a woman. Is a dog no brain, like on an island. I think the man's one was, you're left stranded on an island. Would you rather a dog or a woman? It's a no-brainer to say a dog. It's a no-brainer to say a dog, bro. You can wank, it's fine. You can have a wank. You can get creative with it and start finding fruits and doing some really fruity shit with it. But that woman would be the death of you on that island. Unless you kill her and eat her, and then you're different. Then you become cannibal. They call it cannibal. Let me I need my slippers because my feet are a little bit cold. 1 second.
What? What the hell are you talking about? Transitioning saves lives. Transitioning earlier means being able to transition more successfully.
You know, also, sorry, you know, if you really have a look, but they don't really put it out there because it's against their agenda. Go and search and have a look at the people that have regretted it. Go and look at the stories of the people that have done these life change, and these are adults, mind you. These are not kids that's like, 8 years old, or feel like a girl, or their mum has convinced them to be a girl, and so they've got castrated at that age of 8 or whatever. God forbid, I haven't heard stories of them. Them stories will come out later. But the stories of the adults that have done it and their regret and how they feel, the chemical imbalance within them will break your heart. It will break your heart, and there's thousands of them. There's thousands. I'm not a specialist, but I'll put a crazy off the top of my head number, like I would say maybe 40%, fuck it, 50% regret it of people that do it. 50% regret it. And it's well known, the people that get enhancements like boob job, lip job, fillers, a penis extending, all of that, they all regret it as well. They all regret it. It's never enough. It's never big enough. It's not right. You should have kept the original. The original was a one of one. You traded the one of one for 1,000 of 10 million. You've traded a one of one. It's unbelievable. This is what I don't get with people as well. When people don't be their self as well. When people are like fucking avatars of other people. I look at them. I'm bamboozled by it, because I'm like, you're actually a one of one. You're mad rare. You're like exclusive. There's only one of you. Yet you're yearning to be like this other person. You're yearning to get the approval of these people. It's actually crazy. And that's the biggest joy a human can get, is truly living for their self, is truly living for themselves their way. That's the biggest joy, I think. Not gaining items that you don't really like, but society might like them, so you get some social credit points, and you're trying to get the approval of people that you don't really like. You actually hate them. What sort of life are you living then? Shall I tell you what that is? That's LOL, smiley faces, happiness, but in truth, you're dead. LOL, said the message with a massive smiley face. You look at your face, you're grey and you're dead. Nah, for you, I pray for. That's the people that I pray for at night. I pray for people like that. God help them people, man.
Well, let me go. Well, let's think about this in the right way.
Man.
So, if transitioning saves lives, and transitioning earlier is better, and you think gender identity develops around 3 to 5, should 3-year-olds be getting transitioned?
This is what they're pushing for. This is clearly the advocation that they're aiming at. This is the level they're aiming at. A 3-year-old, ladies and gentlemen. Can you fucking believe it? Bring these fucking people forward. Bring these people. Who said that? Bring him fucking forward. It needs to be hung. It needs to be hung by the feet. Hung by the feet, and you beat the feet for 1,000 years. You will never walk again. Hang them by the feet. Who said that? Who said that? You fucking sick individual. 3. They mentioned 3. They fucking mentioned 3. Parents who make changes to their kids, who make changes like that, it should be illegal. I 100% agree with you. Yes, it should be. It should be, the kid has to decide when they reach adulthood. You can't be making a decision that might affect their life, like it will affect their life going forward. It's a kid making a decision. You can't be doing that. You can't be going, yeah, when your kid says, let's go out for a vodka. No. We've agreed on that as society. So why are we doing it with gender? It's so fucking weird and ultimately angering. It makes me angry inside, because I think these fucking kids, these kids are actually not even having a chance to be a kid. So it's going to have a fucking terrible outlook for the future for them. Because they're going to pop. They're going to explode. Again, they're going to face them chickens when they come home to roost. They're going to face that wall. And God forbid. Man, I mean, we're fucking intelligent human beings, bro. We should be able to prevent something like that. We should be able to. We're looking at it now. We can see the disaster that it's going to be. Right? You can't really do anything, can you? Fucking hell, but who pays? Society. Society pays because we have to deal with people like that. It's mutilation. 100% it is. If they're adults and still feel they're not right, then go for it. I agree. We agreed that the consensus age was 18. Some places 21. We agreed with that as society. If we want, we can go back and review it. Maybe make it older. Clearly, the kids are still being kids at 18. Yeah, we can revalue that. But as it stands, we've agreed that 18 is the number. If they feel like they're still not right in their body, something not right inside of them, you go for it, love, because you are of consenting age. Get a tattoo on your forehead while you're there as well, if you want. You can do that. But at that point, you've made that decision. You walk that road. You sign that deed. And you ultimately will pay when them chickens come home to roost. Every decision a human makes, they pay in the end of the day. And then ultimately it was your choice. This is the beautiful thing with it. It was your choice. There's no one here to blame. You decided to do that. Go for it. You have my blessing. Go for it. You're an adult. Go for it. 100% agree with that. But parents should not encourage their kids to be what they are. Exactly. Should make them be the best of themselves, not change them. We mold them, exactly, guide them. The kid wants, no barriers, none of that, or you gotta be thinking this. No. Let them flourish, let them be. Let them flourish and let them be. Fucking hell. Kid's gonna grow to an adult and then make the decision there if you want that. But these decisions here are going to have massive problems in the future. And then that kid's going to turn around and say, Mum, you've destroyed my life. Mum, you made that decision when I was 8. You actually destroyed my life. He's now 40, mentally disabled, like a retard, completely disconnected from society. And he's saying to his mum, Mum, you destroyed me with that decision that you made to chemically castrate me. She's saying shit like, yeah, but you wanted it. Bitch, I was 8. Terrible future outlook for them sort of people. Either way, I'm only going to look at the bright side, bro.
Should 5-year-olds be getting transitioned?
Ask them. Ask the groomers that are very much involved with children. They're very much interested in what the kids are doing, aren't they? Groomers, bruv. They're fucking... Stay away from the kids. Wait, you with the trench coat. Move over there, you cunt, before I get a machine gun out, you bastard. There's snipers on the roof, don't you know?
That's an FBI moment, and it should be. Where do these people come from? He said, yeah, so by their logic. Yeah, by their logic. That's a weird thing to say.
I'm fucking telling you these people are groomers, and I'll keep shouting it from the rooftop. May the Metropolitan Police dare to enter my door, I revoke your presumed right for entry. What is hate speech, in fact? But either way, come. We'll be here. We'll be seeing it.
Why are these trans pushers so goddamn brain dead? I really feel bad for average, well-adjusted trans people. And before you go and start making, like,
Great fucking point, yes.
Negative statements,
yes.
I'm not transphobic. You can go and keep in mind, I say this before I...
Yeah, this is a weird thing because you see us here, Zesta, Joe, us, like, we're having this conversation, having this little dialogue, this discourse, this back and forth. Guys, you may not know it, but I know it. We're actually transphobic now. Yeah, I know. I don't even know how it happened. But suddenly we're transphobic. Just by merely speaking about this, by merely bringing up these points of, kids, they shouldn't be getting castrated at under 18. No matter what the parent says, I think that the parent is mentally ill for doing. By us saying that, we're cancelled, guys. It's over. It's no more clout for you, you bastard. You're cancelled. Shall I tell you why? Because you're transphobic. That's how quick as it happens. I looked left, I looked right. I'm transphobic. Shall I tell you the truth? Which is in brackets, in parentheses. Fuck off.
Say it again. Try to find me a situation in my whole fucking life. I've been on the internet my whole fucking life where a gay person, a trans person, or anyone with a different gender identity ever had a bad experience with me.
Boys, you know what? Your colour, this is what Kick loves to do. Both of your colours are exactly the same, so I don't actually know who is speaking. I just realised it was Zesta that said it's a mutation. I thought it was Joe. Yeah, you know.
In
Joe
their
Zesta.
fucking life.
Zesty Joe. Oh, no, I'm joking.
You won't. Because that's not how I am. It wasn't how I was whenever I was a kid, even. Zero. It's fucking zero. I don't have problems like that with people. I never.
No one that I know is transphobic. No one that I know is homophobic. I certainly am not. I'm not transphobic either, and I don't know no one else who's transphobic or homophobic that vehemently hates people because they're simply gay. What, that vehemently hates someone because they changed their gender? I don't know not a single soul like that. I don't know no one like that. In fact, I don't know no one like that. People with common sense. I I know quite a few people with common sense, although common sense is becoming rare in today's society, granted. But I know a lot of people with common sense, though. They're still there. They're still out there. They're not, gold rare. They're purple rare. No, they're blue rare, sorry. So common is yellow. Then you got, common is white. Then you got rare, which is yellow. Then you got kind of rare, which is blue. That's us. Then you've got purple, which is like exotic rare. Then you've got gold rare, which is like very rare. That's there. But they're still out there. People with common sense, I mean.
I feel bad for a lot of the well-adjusted, reasonable adult trans people that are getting lumped in with these freaks. And
100% right. And also, that's another wicked angle to look at, bro. Look at gays, yeah? Real gays. I call them real gays. Traditional gays. And traditional lesbians and traditional transgender people. Go and see what they're saying. Go and see what a real gay or a real lesbian or real trans people are saying about it, today's LGBTQ community. They're against it. They're all against it. You know, the LGBTQ community is actually going through a domestic war. They've got infighting going on within their community because you've got the real traditional gays, lesbians, and the trans folk. They're in there going, hold on, this is not what we stand for. What are kids doing here in the sexual thing? Why are you going after the kids? Why is there drag shows at kids' schools? We're against this. And what Asmund is saying is absolutely spot on because I feel sorry for them people being lumped in with that crowd. And they are stuck because imagine being a trans and you're against this stuff, which is common sense. You're against what's not good. Yet you can't leave that community because you are in that community. And then you mention it to the community. So then you become transphobe. Wow, a transphobe. Well, hold on. So I'm transphobe. I'm actually a transvestite, but I'm transphobic as well. Make it make sense. So these people must feel so stuck in a situation they can't speak out about it, which they do. They go, we're against this shit, like these new LGBTQ, grooming banner. We're against that. That's not what we're about. And then they're getting called transphobic and homophobic by the LGBTQ community. It's like, brother.
These virtue signors that are using their cause as a soapbox.
You gotta fucking put your hands up and go like, man, I don't know, bruv. Either way, I'm washing my hands clean of this and I'm skedaddling out of it. Jesus Christ.
To push an ideology that 90% of people think that you're
I'll push the number higher, man. 95%. Look, someone in chat literally just said it there. 95%.
Fucking pedophile for. What are we talking about?
100%. 100%.
And I feel bad for them.
He's right.
Because they're gonna lose their rights. They're like, trans people are getting a ton of hate because of these fucking freaks. These people that want to say gender identity develops around the age of 3 to 5 and transitioning earlier is the reason why that's better, right? I mean, you put 2 and 2 together, that's it. Child abuse where they cross the line. Yeah, exactly. LGBT are sick of the TQ plus.
Yes, bro. I've seen Amir talk about it. I've seen Amir Odom, another great channel to check out, especially to see the view. And he's the perfect demographic. He's black, he's gay, and he speaks fucking truth. He's a brother. Oh man, he's another great one. And Amir spoke about it. The LGB is in war with the TQ plus. It is infighting. There's a civil war going on in there. Good.
Normal T is sick of this
Us straight folk are always warring.
Insane T. What I'm saying is there is even a rift inside of this specific group of people. This is crazy, bro. It's crazy.
And it's causing a massive causing a massive divide within a community, which is questionable to start with. It's causing a massive divide within it, which is then causing a fracture within a community, which is contradicting itself. It's absolute cinema to watch from the outside. I'm sitting in out with the popcorn, but with binoculars because I'm far away. They fucking stink of shit, these people.
Trans adults a bad name. Yes, exactly. Like, you guys know, like, I respect people's pronouns. I treat them with respect and dignity. I treat everybody with respect and dignity. And it doesn't matter if somebody is a man, a woman, even a Karen.
Hi, I'm Jonathan. My pronouns are they, them. This is my response. Hi, I'm Abraham. My pronouns are see ya.
Even a Karen, I'll respect them with dignity until they start acting like a Karen. Then it's different.
It's sort of strange because I've trained my mind to not recognize them. Like it's coming to a point, my brother. I've taught myself the art of discipline so much that they're even beginning to become invisible to me. I swear to God. I notice them sort of people. Thank God, because they've coloured themselves a certain way. So you can see them in a crowd. Oh, it's that one in the blue hair. Avoid. But I've come to the point now, I don't even see them. They don't exist in my mind. And I'm much more happier for it. I'm so happy. You literally don't exist. You don't. Yeah, where are you? You don't exist. You're a fantasy. You don't exist.
But you know, somebody's got fucking in a wheelchair.
It's so weird because and also there's such a minute percentage within that community of a minute number of a whole. It's such a small number, yet the media, they've put such a big lens on it, making it like this is the biggest problem in society. It is not. It is not. It is not an issue. No one out here is facing these issues, my boy. I don't even see these people. Brother. It's the media, innit? Again, putting a lens on something that's so small to, again, further the agenda. What's the agenda? Create a future society that's very weak and confused. A society that doesn't know it's got sexual confusion, it's got mental instability, its home structure is shattered from the get-go. That's a weak society. That's the agenda. That's if just in case you was wondering. That's what they're pushing. They're pushing something like that. That's what I suspect that they're pushing. Create a society that's so weak and so easily controllable, malleable. They're in that palm of your hands like putty. You could do anything with this society then. Yeah, and then also my next step would be, if I was in that evil mind sort of phase, I would do that, and my next step would be cut the population drastically, globally, cut it, and they're working on that. This is the agenda.
They're bald, they're fat.
MI5. No, I'm gonna hear that soon.
Everybody deserves being treated right way, but this is with kids, and this is different.
Bear with me
I've never seen a T be against doing it to kids. Do you have examples? I do, but they're private conversations I've had with people. Yeah. There's actually a lot of people that think that. Yeah, no, I mean, like, I do, but, like, I mean, I don't have, like, a fucking list, right? I don't have, like, a notepad with, like, there's, like, 5 of them, right? Caitlyn Jenner, Blair White. Yeah, I mean, there you go, right? And
my name's not Joe either. It's Eulalie, your mama. My uncle says it's ridiculous. He's 40 plus and a gay man. He doesn't support it at all. Yeah, see, that's what I call traditional gay. When I say the traditional gays, that's what I mean. The original gays, like the real ones, the real gays. That's like a real one. He doesn't need the world to accept it. It's filled in his own heart. This is what life's about. These people are trying to see themselves in every facet of society, to accept and be happy in their own skin. Look, this is the truth. I'm going to cut right to the end and give you a spoiler alert. If they do reach a world like that, they still won't be happy. They still won't be happy because why? The issue inside hasn't been resolved. Yeah, I'm struggling to teach my oldest recently. She supports the trans agenda, and I don't. I had to argue with an 11-year-old the differences of male, female, man, woman, to the point where I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with the world today? The saddest part is that it's working. Yeah, this dividing thing, it is. It's because the kids are bombarded with it. The kids are bombarded with it on every front. It's so crazy because the mobile phone, mobile phone, social media and all of that is extremely crazy, like, and very fucking deadly. It's very deadly. It pumps your head with propaganda. It's like being in the middle of fucking Times Square or Piccadilly Circus with all them adverts from the moment you wake up. You wake up, you look at your phone, fucking bombarded with on all fronts. On all your senses are getting attacked. So, fuck, man. Thank God we didn't really grow up with the era of smartphones at 10. No. I think I got my first Nokia mobile at 10 years old. You could program fucking polyphonic ringtones and shit on there, but didn't have Facebook and shit. What the fuck is even Facebook? But yeah, that's what's going to push their agenda a lot more, because they're pushing it. That's the forefront of their thing. And like I said, my suspicion is what I mentioned earlier. Create a very weak society, very malleable, very easily controllable, pumped with fear mongering, always on the fear of always on the edge of mental breakdown. That's what they're creating, a society that's always on the edge of mental breakdown. That's what they've done. They've sort of convinced you to put down your power. This is what's magical and so powerful about this whole thing. They've got no power to affect you directly. They've got no power to do that. You have to do it to yourself. You have to do it to yourself. So they inundate you with this propaganda shit, and then you adjust and program yourself according to their agenda. And we do it most of the time subconsciously. Before you know it, you're a complete and utter lost soul. Just walking. You're literally just existing. The majority of people outside that I see are literally just existing. They're not living. Majority of people are not living. It's terrible to see. And that's what I can imagine, like the prophets of back in the day, Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, all the great souls of the world, they would always report the same thing. They would weep for humanity. And that's very understandable. It's so understandable, because you could do that. And no matter how much you speak, no matter how much you scream, you could tear your fucking hair out, scream in the mountaintops. The pig is not going to know the value of that diamond, my brother. The pig will never know the value of that diamond, no matter how much you explain it to the pig. A pig is a pig. Unfortunately, the pig is a pig. You will weep your eyes out as that pig is heading to the slaughterhouse, willingly going to the slaughterhouse. You're going, fucking hell, what the fuck? You know, the person's in the cell. You've given them the key. You've opened the door for the cell, said to them, look, you are free. They look back at you in horror and shut that door and lock themselves in and say, leave me alone. Go away. You're the heathen here. You know what I mean? It's a terrible thing to see. But ultimately, my brother, you're responsible for your life. And that's it. You was born here alone, and you will die here alone. And that doesn't matter, because we're all part of one whole amazing thing. We're all part of something that's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And we're all a vital part of that whole thing. Call it what you want, God, whatever, creation, whatever you want to call it. That energy, the force. We're all part of that beautiful force. And to that beautiful force, we shall return. So, like, that's why I swear, in this life, we shouldn't fear. Because, shall I tell you what? Fear is the root of all evil. If you're thinking evil or darkness or the bad guys, because it's light versus dark, right? Anything evil, anything dark, the first step is fear. My brothers and sisters, the first step that they get you is with fear. That's the way you let evil in, or you begin to get into the darkness, because through fear. Don't ever let that fear in. Trust me, you are the master. You are the master of that garden. You are the decider. Believe you me. And the moment you become aware of it, you'll notice, and you start stopping yourself. You start to stop yourself, or you catch yourself doing things unconsciously, like subconsciously. And then you go, oh, hold on, why am I doing that? Or why am I thinking that? You begin to fucking chain that inner monkey. It's a beautiful thing, but it's the journey of life, ultimately. And then, my brothers and sisters, we die. That's the only thing we know for sure that's going to happen, is that we're going to die. We will face the grave. And that's a fucking mercy. How beautiful is that? And a truly sublime design. It's a truly sublime design. Look, you're born, you exist, you try to discover yourself, then you come back and you die. Imagine living forever in this torment. Nah, that's why I imagine hell. If you're telling me hell is this life forever, it just doesn't end. Oh my God. No, I need a release. I need that moment where I can be like, stop, I want to get off the ship. That needs to happen. And look how beautifully sublime this design is. It's designed in a way that we know that we're heading there. That's the only guarantee that we have in this life, is that we will die. So, fellow human, why not truly live? Truly live. Truly live in your heart for your loved one. Just truly live for yourself. Knowing that you're going to die in the end of the day. Doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what temporary fear or worries you may have now. It doesn't matter. You're gone in a minute. You'll be gone. In the grand scheme of things, we're just here in a blink of an eye. Fucking hell, why torment ourselves? Nah, that's not an experience that I want. Hold up, I do not want that experience. Change the program. You have the power to do that. Jesus Christ, sorry, I went on a little rant here. But yeah.
So there's a number of examples. I know 3, shut the fuck up, chatter, touch grass, and talk to people. You learn they aren't insane. Yeah. Most trans people just want to be able to, like, a lot of trans people, being trans isn't their whole life, right?
That's
and
facts.
so, like...
You mean the real trans people? Real trans people, that's not their... The fake ones is being gay or being trans or being non-binary is literally their whole personality. That is all they have. Is that they're gay or is that they're trans? That's all they have. They are a shell of a person. That's like literally not an interesting person. And it's not because you're gay and it's not because you're transgender. It's because you're literally just a lame, like a dead person. Like just, it's so boring. Like these people are so boring. Like they're boring. Like, and people in general want to be around people that are not boring. They want to be around interesting people, cool people, fun people, funny people. They want to be around like-minded people. They don't want to be around lame losers that are fucking complaining. It doesn't matter what your skin color is or your sexual orientation, for that matter. I don't even give a fuck what you are. If you're boring and you're lame, you're boring and you're lame, bro. And that's it. That's it. I turn my back on it. It's a wrap. Yeah, from that moment on, I remembered you and then I forgot you. That's it. You're gone. It's all right.
Like,
but yet they're trying to hold your attention. No. I exist. Look, I must exist in your existence. This is my reality, bitch.
I feel like really, I feel bad for them. I do. It's sad. They just want to live their life. Exactly. And so, like, you have...
Sorry. You know you're having fun.
have these people, like, these people are going...
He said he's going to leave because he's bored. Bro, I forgot about that. Hamud Habibi Hamad. And you know who's been popping in? Dagwood has been popping in, my boys. He's under the pseudonym of Mr. Woods. He's back. And bro, he's coming with the fun shit. Papa. He sent me the original video. I laughed my head off. I think it's a Romanian geezer.
To speedrun getting gay marriage revoked. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah. You know what? We've been sleeping here, waffling. Asman's been talking truth the whole time. Look, he's right. This is what it's leading to.
Like, I feel like really... I feel bad for them. I do. It's sad. They just want to live their life. Exactly. And so, like, you have these people. Like, these people
I appreciate
are
you so much, sister. Sorry, I just did a
getting
message.
Gay marriage revoked. I'm gonna be honest. They're gonna speedrun getting gay marriage revoked. They're gonna speedrun identifying yourself as male or trans or like whatever as identity theft. They're going to speedrun forcing people to not be able to do this. This is what's going to happen.
Yep, 100% fucking spot on. They're gonna go, wait, hold on. We've tried that before in society. It ended up with sexual deviants trying to change the gender of our kids and pedophiles hiding under the guise of being gay or trans woke or whatever the fuck they are just to get closer to kids. We've tried this before in history. It's gone bad. We're not gonna allow it in society. He's 100% spot on. It's speed running that sort of thinking. It is.
It's already happening.
And do you know what the truth of the matter is, my brother? Can you blame the people? Can you blame the people? I always like to play devil's advocate, so I will always try to see it from the LGBTQ community and how they feel society sees them. And it wouldn't be good. They'll be feeling bad. But there's no way in which way I could defend it, because if you're an advocate for doing these weird and grotesque things to children, then I can't really defend you. I can't. In my own right mind, in my integrity, I can't do that, because you go against what I stand for. It's like it's the opposite. It pushes away. It repels. We don't attract. We repel. You're negative compared to we're not right. It doesn't work. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's a difficult thing to try and be an advocate for. Because there's no right way to see it. There's no, oh, well, they were right. But no. When you're dealing with the kids and all of that, stay away from the kids. We've agreed that you can choose to be whatever you want. If you're an adult, identify as whatever the fuck you want. Marry whatever the fuck you want. We'll accept you. It doesn't fucking matter. I don't care. Cool, whatever, do it. But now you're starting to get to the kids. That's where we draw the line. This is where us, the normal fucking people, the 99%, are saying this enough's enough. That's enough, man. Leave the kids alone. Because this is what they'll do. Then what's after that? They have the kids. They want everything. Babies. What the fuck? We must drink a pint of the firstborn baby's blood. I wouldn't be shocked. Give me a second.
It is, because people are tired of it. People are tired of having people tell them that your 7-year-old child knows what they need to do with their biology better than their parents do. Yeah, they don't want to hear that at all. You're correct. However, it's up to the T's to police the radicals and group publicly with shame, which they do not do. Doing it privately isn't enough. I understand your point of view, and I think that you have a little bit of credibility of what you're saying, but I don't think it's that simple. And I'll give you an example of that, which is J.K. Rowling. I know she's not trans, but just listen along. J.K. Rowling was beloved by the woke community, right? The 2014 woke community, they all loved her because she was a huge feminist. But the moment that she went against this one thing with being trans and said being trans is not the same as being born a woman, which everybody knows this is true, especially biologists. And so the fact is that she got excommunicated. And now they hate her more than if she had never agreed with them to begin with. So don't be surprised when a person, this is also the truth, is that trans people, do you want to know one of the reasons why trans people have high rates of suicide? It's because society treats them like fucking shit. That's one of the reasons. And so when you have somebody who categorically is signing up for getting harassed, hated, and fucked with for their whole life, and they decide, you know what, maybe I don't want to sign up to get attacked by this massive group of people. Not always? Wow, not always. Thanks a lot for that. I didn't, wow, okay, thank you so much. And so anyway, cause or correlation, if you think that the level of public acceptance is not relative at all to suicide rates of being trans, I think you're being willfully dishonest. You're being willfully dishonest. Of course it is. And so anyway, that being said, these people just...
Yo, the J.K. Rowling one, I forgot about that. That was fucking amazing, right? But it also shows that they have no power. That no matter as much as they rant and holler and everything, you can clearly see with the J.K. Rowling case, you can clearly see the clear evidence is there that they are a small minority. They're like a small percentage of the whole. Because when she did say what she said, that a trans woman will never know how it is to be a biological woman, they all started hating her. They tried to fucking boycott Hogwarts Legacy. You remember that? All the woke ones, I'm not playing Hogwarts Legacy. You know, meanwhile, secretly playing it. They tried to boycott it. Did it affect the game sales? Of course not. Because this is a minority of people that we're talking about. This modern audience, they do not exist. They're actually activists. So... And you can see it in the shit activist games and the agenda-fueled games that they're releasing. They're flopping because these people don't play games. They don't play games. Again, I go back to what I was saying earlier. And I was saying in another stream, that I believe that these woke, sick fucking people saw that gamers were having so much fun simply gaming that they just wanted to come and ruin it, bro. They wanted to come and ruin it. They fucking wanted to come over here and just and ruin it. That's what they do, ruin it. They don't even really like it. They never really like gaming. They just don't like to see you having fun. And we're running away from people like them to game. We're escaping via gaming from people like them in real life. It's a sadness, and yet here they come trying to enter the industry. We've got to start gatekeeping the industry again. We've got to start.
Just don't want to.
We've got to start kicking people out of our hobbies, my boy.
And up to get harassed again. They get harassed on a daily basis. They get harassed in their life. There are people, the majority of the world is transphobic. They are fighting a losing battle, just fucking by.
And like, do you know what, man? If it's like a normal household, the normal household, I think if you're in the West, yeah, all right, so more tolerant in the West. I think in the East, the Far East and the East and all that, not the West, basically. They would see it as a very weird thing. Still people in there hiding when they'd be like, this is very fucking strange. But I think your average West House is saying that as well. They're going, this is like, they're becoming a nuisance. These trans people are becoming a nuisance. They're becoming like a issue.
Signing up for this to exist in this way, period. Nobody is responsible for pushing away another group of people that they're not related to. One trans person is not responsible for the other for another trans person's behavior.
Yeah.
The same way.
Well, it's the same way with every other thing, isn't it? Just you can't. Yeah, we know this. Like You can't say every black person is whatever the statistic number is, or every Arab is a terrorist, or whatever. You know, we know that's not how it works.
Like you know, some white person shoots up a school. All white people aren't responsible for that. Some Islamic person blows themselves up in some terror.
Facts. This is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
All Muslims aren't responsible for that.
Yeah.
Some fucking, like, I'm trying to think.
Woke trans, you know, they them rapes a child in the toilet. Not all trans people are like that. We can understand that. Yeah, that's normal. But however, on the other side, it seems to be quite contrary because they would blame the whole sect. You know, suddenly you disagree with them, you're a fascist and a Nazi. 2 in 1, boys. Mad. And transphobic on top of that.
I could come up with 50 other ones, right? With these like racial stereotypes and shit like this.
For sharing the way you think. Right? These people are projectors. Look what they're doing with Tesla. It's literally what the Nazis would do. It's what the Nazis were doing in Germany. Spraying swastikas, smashing up businesses. That's what they were doing. Burning stuff.
Some woman does, like, you know, some woman lies about like a rape charge.
Yet they call you the fascist or the Nazi. See, they literally project. Whatever they call you is actually what they harbor in their heart.
And then you know, all other women aren't responsible for that. You're responsible for yourself.
This video's gone on for
You're
long,
responsible for what you do, and that's it.
Yeah.
And so anyway, yeah. And you choose to be trans, though? Yeah, you do. Of course you do. Sure. But yeah, this is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Mental state of Ahmad. Yeah, and I really feel bad because I know where this is going. I know where this is going. Yeah. You guys know where this is going too.
Yeah.
We all know where this is going. This is going back to 1995 family values. Yep.
Yeah. 100% it's going to go back to let's focus on the nuclear household. And you can already see it now. That's going to become the popular thing to do, which is brilliant. We've done the degeneracy thing. You're going to see young kids making viral videos out there about choosing a traditional life, waking up early, going to work, kids doing that. You're going to see that, which is a beautiful thing. You know, you wouldn't have thought it, but here it is. This is where we're at.
Identity politics are pushed forward.
I just wanna find my wife, have a beautiful kids. I got my home. I got a solid job. You know, they're gonna be the TikToks. Yeah, gonna have women there going, yeah, man, I want that. Sadly, they can't because they've got OnlyFans.
By me.
And no true man of value, whoever. Good luck to them women. I wish them the best.
Mainstream media, because it keeps people distracted from class warfare.
How are you going to get people to stop being trans?
I think we're going to tell boys that they're...
The people that slam when they're talking or the people that clap when they're talking, they got issues. And this gentleman over here is clearly got an issue.
Not girls.
So we're going to tell boys that they're not girls and they're going to listen.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's what we've done for most.
Yeah, like, do you have a penis? Oh, that means you're a boy. Okay. Done. You grow up as an adult, you still feel a little confusion inside, seek the help that you need, go for the transition if it makes you feel better. Happy days. There's no issue.
Me, and I can promise you to God that I didn't listen.
Yeah, well...
Yeah, clearly.
What a surprise. Something that usually works doesn't always work.
Yeah.
Well, because we live at a time that is affirming the transgender delusion. But if we lived at a more sensible time, probably you would have listened, and you might have had some. And I think we should just return to a more sensible kind of politics.
But how? What is yours? You're not giving a solution on how you would even be capable of doing
I think
something.
I am.
I'm pretty sure. He's giving the solution very plainly.
Literally.
We kick the fellas out of the boys' bathroom. We kick the transgender teaching out of schools.
By making it illegal. By reprimanding people that go against it. By setting a law. It's the same as these Nazis that are out here calling Elon Nazis or anyone who has a Tesla a Nazi. The reason why they feel so brazen in their acts is because they have no repercussions, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I know it's a shocker. But the moment you put a repercussion on there and these woke, stupid people start seeing that they're actually getting arrested and serving jail time for smashing up people's Teslas, they won't feel so entitled to do it. It will deter it. It has happened historically. I mean, come on. Sometimes you don't need to fix a thing that's not broken, right? Fuck me. Like sideways, 90 degrees.
How are you going to do that? That's easy. What do you mean?
We just enforce the law as it was before 2015.
There was
It's
a
not that
law
hard.
prohibiting trans women to go into the women's bathroom or trans men going
Yeah.
into the men's bathroom.
Stop hitting the fucking table, you stupid man.
Yeah, it's there in the term women's
Unbelievable.
bathroom.
That's a law.
Yeah. Literally. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
why
you remember when we done that, you know, in antiquity. Remember when we done that? We decided men could go there and women go there because decency, you know? You remember? Nah, they don't.
men can't go
That's
in.
a law.
It's literally in the name. Oh, I should go ahead. That's a lie. They're sick in the head.
Yes, there are all sorts of laws against public indecency, for one,
Yeah.
against men going into women's sports leagues.
Yes.
There are all sorts of regulations
Another one that needs to be shaked up a little bit.
against that, or at least there were until recently. We did not have established in public life transgenderism until very, very recently.
That's not true.
Yeah.
That
That's
is
not
true.
true. What about the two-spirited people?
What it,
Huh? Two-spirited people. What the fuck is he spewing from that hideous mouth of his?
what is the two-spirited people?
What's that?
This is some crazy PR for schizophrenia. It really is. Like this
It's
is
right.
some crazy. Like
Fuck
you don't see
me,
PR
bruv.
like this. Like this is nuts.
Two-spirited people.
In the indigenous community, they are. I don't want to get into semantics, but I know that the fact is that there has always been trans people.
Let's. You didn't even bother. Didn't even bother to explain it. He didn't even bother to explain it, the geezer.
Do you know where the phrase two-spirited came
God.
from?
I don't.
It
Please.
came
I
from-
love how my favorite part about this is that
Jesus.
this person realized how fucking retarded being two-spirited is.
Yeah, just stopped and gave up. Just stopped and gave up.
And they stopped themselves like 10% into their explanation because they knew that it was stupid.
Yeah.
They knew it was
Yeah.
fucking stupid. And so they're like, okay, actually, you know what? Let's not.
There's always been trans people in this street. Either way, that's how they result to things. They have nothing, honestly, nothing. They just hear these buzzwords and just keep reusing them, and they don't know nothing. Indigenous communities, you said.
Not talk about that.
Enlighten me.
It came
Why did I say she? Look, he's fooling me.
from the third annual Intertribal Native American First Nations Gay and Lesbian Americans Conference in 1990. And the woman who coined
Yeah,
that
I'm
term...
like, I just don't think that that's true.
It's true.
Like,
The woman,
They will literally try and change reality before your eyes to prove their point. No, the sun doesn't rise. It doesn't. What sun? There's no sun on Earth. Prove it. What?
I don't think that that's true.
coined that term admitted.
again,
hold on.
like, you're
Let me just finish my point on this. The woman who coined that term, Maya Laramie, admitted somewhat recently that the term two-spirit came to her in a dream.
I would have never guessed.
Yeah.
What a surprise.
Delulu. Completely Delulu.
Now, the Ojibwe Nation actually has translated this term.
just don't.
It's the
I
Niche
don't
Mani
see- I
Duwag,
don't
but they
understand-
translated
I
it from the
don't
English in
understand
1990.
How you're capable of eradicating an entire percentage of people by setting laws because people are
You're
so
not.
gonna go,
I think you're choosing not to hear what I'm saying because I'm saying we don't want to eradicate
Yeah.
these
you
people.
isn't
We
the
want to
word
eradicate.
No, silly cunt. See, that's it. They've got it in their mind that if they don't fight for this, I don't know, freedom of right, fuck knows what they're fighting for. But whatever it is they're not fighting for, they're actually going to die after because the government wants to kill them. That's what they've put in their mind. No, that is far from the truth. That's not what we do. That's what they would do if they had their society. Everything will have to be gay, if not they will kill you. That's how they would do it. Everything has to be trans. You have to identify as a they, them, or they will fucking slaughter you. That's how they would do it. That's why they're so worried. But that's not how we're gonna do it. We're not evil like that. We're not gonna kill like that. Eradicate and all of that. No. We're gonna get it out of the educational sector. We're gonna eradicate it from sports. and toilets gonna be male and female. You remember that? That's what we're gonna eradicate. Not the people. We're not killers like you.
Eradicate, but the
We're not killers and destroyers like you.
other word
You know, and hiding under the guise of loving and accepting. You're actually the polar opposite of that. These people.
is transgenderism, which is an ideology,
But
not a group of
I'm
people.
a transgender person. You can't just
you are
skip
a
over that
confused
fact.
person, but
I'm
you're not-
babe. I'm so secure in myself, and there's
Yeah.
other women in this room that are also trans, have been trans.
It shows that you're so secure. It shows, yeah, you're so secure.
For 20
What are
plus
you
years,
doing?
7 years,
What are you doing with it? What you?
plus years,
Jesus.
7 years, babe, that know exactly what they're doing.
You're confused because it's not
How
possible
are
for
you
a man
capable
to
of
become a
looking at
woman.
somebody without knowing their bodily autonomy, knowing anything that's going on with their medical
Bodily
history,
autonomy?
anything?
Because
anything.
I know
You know nothing
I know
about
the
me.
basics of human nature.
You know nothing.
Yeah, like there's tits and there's like a vagina. Like the women usually women all the time, 100% come with that. That's like usually how you know. And you know when you're born, the doctors, that's how they know. They pull out the body, and then they straight away look at the genitals to see, oh, has that got a penis or has that got a vagina? And the one with a penis, they call that a boy. And the one with a vagina, they call that a girl. It's like that. It's like that. It's mad, isn't it?
About me.
I know that you're a human. And I know a little bit about human nature. And I know that a boy
you.
can't become a girl.
Yeah.
So that's what I...
Anybody want to take that?
Yeah. Completely shattered her. You know, the reality is falling apart before their very eyes.
She knew, bro. It was over. Yeah, it was over.
Yeah. It's a wrap. It's a wrap for them sort of people. They're slowly starting to realize it. Like, I mean, they gotta just be happy, man. Be happy.